Hey y'all, welcome to Maui Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. So today we're going to do a revival reading, which is our collective reading. I'm going to pull some cards, see what comes up, and the intention is just to draw us back to a center and refocus our energies, beginning of the week vibe. Yes. So there's a sense here of discovering your own strength, discovering your abilities to show up in life. Some of you would word it to take on life. Yes, and understanding how your multidimensionality helps you do that. There's this word in our society, multitasking, and we don't realize how that is a divine thing. How it's the ability to channel different aspects of your inner world. So that is to say, it's the ability to channel ancestors or beings that you live with in your daily life, and you kind of delegate and assign them certain jobs. We're very much in awe of multitasking a lot of the time. Like, how do they do that? How do they get their kids ready, then get themselves ready, and then go to work and do the thing, and at the same time plan the picnic and take care of the business and all of these things. And it's because there's many aspects of you doing it. It's not just the one that you refer to as you. And yes, they're all showing up as you because they're showing up in that body, suit, skin, heartbeat, breath that you define as you. But you have help. And yeah, it's weird what's coming across. You've got here High Priestess of Earth. Like some of you who have had mothers pass away and stuff like that, your mothers help you. They help you with certain things that you are doing in your life. And like sometimes you'll feel like, I can't do it, not today. I have to take care of this and that and this, and it's so much and I'm tired. But the day goes on and you complete all the tasks, you're able to do all the things, and you have help. For those of you who it is a mother as an energy that has passed on but is drawn into your life by your connection to them, and with others it's different ancestors that you have. It's a like, when they're like, it takes a village to raise a child. Guys, it takes a village to live a life. It takes a village to live a complete wholesome life. And your ancestors are not just sitting in the dark somewhere inside you, like waiting for you to just ube nomqimbi or like kube nomgidi, and that's when they're like, haha. Whoop, whoop. No, they're there in your everyday life. For those of you that didn't catch that, your ancestors are not just there waiting for a ritual where they can mount like you guys and whatever. They're always there. Your orishas, like these starbings, they're not just waiting for you to like put your crystals in a hexagon shape and like be saying some. No, they're there all the time in your daily things. And the world of spirituality as an ideal, as a concept, is about understanding that spirituality is not separate from your life. It's weaved into it. It's a lifestyle. It's not a hobby. It's a state of awareness. It's the ability to be in your life in a more expanded way, because you understand that your life doesn't just include the things that you can see, touch, hear, feel, whatnot. Like, there's other parts of you that are taking note of other energies, and there's this ability that you naturally have to channel certain energy from your inner world, especially as you need it, as the need comes up in your life. And then also, yes, depending on your awareness, you're able to get that help. Yes, some of you are exhausted. You're like, I can't do this whole life alone, and so forth and so forth. And that's normally the people who you have blockages. You have blockages and limitations that are set by the things that you believe about yourself, about the world, that stop you from allowing certain energies to channel through and for you to be more capable within your life. But yeah, back to the beginning. You're realizing or you're being aware of a certain strength of yours that you were not aware of before. And I guess I'm just like showing it to you on like a quantum level, where it's what's happening is that you're channeling your inner world in such a way where the beings of your inner world, be it your ancestors or entities that you're in connection with, or guardians, you have now strengthened a connection enough with your inner world or with the divine that the different aspects of you are manifesting within your physical reality. And that's why you're sometimes able to do so many things that you thought you were tired of doing and so forth, or I can't do this today and so forth, but you suddenly do have the strength to do it. Some of you are realizing new talents that you didn't realize that you have, because some energy has come up within you that was able to do that, that is good at doing that, and so is working through you in order to do that, because it's something that you currently need in your life. Yeah. You've got Fragment, which speaks about the multidimensionality, and High Priestess of Spirit, which also speaks to the channeling of the energy that you are doing. That is allowing you to, that is showing up just as you, because when other people look at you, they can't tell. Like, it's a village, it's a city, it's a community. It's a community, and that's how they're able to be the person that they are. And this is where, also non-duality comes in, because you kind of have to allow for some contradictions in your life, where it feels like when you're sitting in a particular energy in a specific space, because you're channeling a certain energy at that time, that energy also has its own beliefs, it has its own way of doing things, but it's not fighting, because I'm not getting any. You see this beauty card, it speaks about harmony and like kind of like a kumbaya energy between the beings in your inner world, like holding hands and being driven to direct their energy in one direction, which is just making your life beautiful. And I think this ties into the last reading, because there was something in that reading about how there seems to be this uniting figure in your inner world. I even said it might be iNzunza, but there was this uniting figure in your inner world that was kind of like guiding all the other beings, and like it's been a long time coming, is what it feels like. That's why some of you had gone through, like, certain, how do I say, like time periods, like small time periods of like dark night of the soul, and then some of you come from an extended like proper dark night of the soul, and some of you are just like, yeah, my whole life since I was born. Yes, there's been this period of actually sorting out the karmic cycle stuff. So having stuff come up that you're like, oh my God, I don't want this. I don't want this life. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate my life. And we've been going through that with the readings, kind of like helping you untie the knots, helping you to allow the energy to flow from one aspect of yourself to another. And so even though the energies you're channeling may have different belief systems or different ways in which they do things, they're not fighting. There's no inner war. You know what? And this is what non-duality is because there's an understanding that different situations in your life call for different understandings of life. Different situations in your life call for different beliefs. And I know that social conditioning teaches you that, like, you gotta stick to this and like blah blah. If you do this, that's evil, that's the devil, and wada. But now you're understanding that there are times when you speak like that, when you're like, yo, I like, yeah, the devil is a liar. And then there's that part of you that comes up in other situations where it's like, what devil? Never heard of that guy. I'm sorry to this man. Ooh, if I saw this man on the street, Kiki Palmer, I would not know who this man is. Who's this guy? Who's this devil guy? Because there are different situations, and some of you are not comfortable with that contradiction within who you are. You feel like it makes you a liar, and it's like, no, not even. Not even. And yeah, to be honest, yeah, I was about to say some other controversial shit, but yeah, but you know what, I'm gonna say it anyway. Sometimes, I mean all the time, but I'm trying to be on your good side, so I'm gonna say sometimes being spiritually mature is understanding that you are in fact a contradiction. We say God is the all, right? And yet God is represented through everything in this universe, from us as different people to all the different entities and animals and marine spirits and entities in this place and that place and that place. And we have teachings that tell you this is fighting with this, good is against evil, but God is the all. And to be the all is to be highly contradictory. At least from the angle of duality. Because ultimately, from an angle of non-duality, from an angle that is of a higher frequency, it's not contradictory at all. Like, not even. Like, it's natural is what it is. But from an angle of duality, yes, highly contradictory. Highly. Get over it. Don't worry about it. I was talking to clients of mine, and we were talking about how the only thing constant in this world is change. And if you're not able to adapt to the different situations in your life because you want to maintain an identity, I mean, if you haven't yet experienced what that does, you know how they say that which does not bend breaks. Yeah. You got to be fluid. You got to be fluid. You got to... I saw this video on TikTok, and this guy was talking about how love is not enough. Strategic alliance is what is necessary. The ability to evolve and grow simultaneously in the same, in like, yes, simultaneously. And I think it's more, for me, when strategic alliance feels like, when you say love is not enough, but you need strategic alliance, it feels like you're just saying not so much femininity, more like more masculinity with strategic alliance. But I still understood what he was saying. I just changed it for myself to, you need fluid alliance. Love is not enough. You need fluid alliance. Yes, it involves evolving simultaneously, but knowing that you will never, evolving means you will never be the same being within the alliance. And the first place you learn that is between the ka and the ba, between the code, the life force that makes up who you are, and the personality or the consciousness that processes the information of what you are. Because that processing force, that consciousness, always needs to expand, and expanding means always changing in order to keep up with the code, in order to keep up with the life force. That state of consciousness needs to constantly expand, which is constantly change. And still have this part of you that is the code recognize you. For you guys, for these two parts of you to still call each other mine, and for the other to say, I'm yours. But that is love. That's love. Yeah. So that's what I have for you guys. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. If you want to book a mentorship session, all that information is also in the description box.